Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we're going to talk about a problem that is very common. A lot of times you won't even realize that you have a brake light out in your car until somebody comes up and knocks on your window and tells you you have a brake light burnt out, which is just what happened with this car here. Instead of bringing it to work, I'm going to actually do it here at home. It's a very simple problem. As you can see, this light here is not lit. The light from the back window, the third brake light, is lit. And the brake light on the right rear is lit. So that's a pretty good indication. Whenever you have the two bulbs here working and this one not working, most of the time it's going to be a bad light bulb or a bad socket or something like that. It's possible it could be more of a problem, a wiring issue or a broken socket or something like that, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. I'm pretty confident it's just going to be a bad light bulb. So what we're going to do now is we have a light bulb here. I'm going to show you what kind of tools you're going to need, and then we're going to get the job done. First thing you're going to do is we're going to take a look in the back over here, and we know that this whole assembly here needs to come off the car because this is actually screwed together here. So what we're going to basically do is take out two screws right here. This light has two or three little plastic push pins that hold it in place. We're going to grab it, pull it out, turn it around, and change the light bulb. When you pull it out, don't pull it too hard or force it with the screwdriver because you will crack the lens. And as you can guess, this assembly is kind of expensive. It's not cheap. So, all right, let me grab some tools and we're going to get started taking these out and we'll get this done. Okay, these are the tools you're going to need. This is actually a 5/16 or a 7 or 8, probably an 8mm socket or a 5/16. That's going to be to take out these two bolts here. You can use a ratchet if you choose to use a small ratchet, and this one here is just a driver. It makes it a little bit easier. You also have the option of using a Phillips head screwdriver because these bolts are actually Phillips head as well, and a small screwdriver such as this to pop out the plastic covers that go over the top of it, and of course our replacement light bulb. So, all right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and down on the bottom right here. You can see you put this little screwdriver in underneath here. Hold your finger on it because it will pop right out. Take it out like this. Put it down someplace where you're not going to lose it. Same thing up on top right here. Just take it and push it up a little bit. It pops it right out. Now, take note which way you take it out. Here you see this little groove cut out here. We know we had this to the center of the vehicle, so that's the way we're going to put it back in, both the top and the bottom. All right, like I said, you could use a Phillips head screwdriver to take it out. Or you can use a driver like this to take it out. Either way, it works. Now, don't lose them because if you lose them, you're going to wind up having to run to a parts store and pick up a new bolt for it. So be very careful. All right. Now we're going to grab the light itself. Now you're probably wondering how come the brake lights are on and there's nobody in the vehicle, because I actually have a tool that actually keeps the brake pedal applied so that I can show you how it works during the process here. We just grab this, pull it, and it comes right off. And these are those little pins that I was telling you about. This little pin here, and here, and here. And they go into the vehicle and they line up right there. So now we're going to take the light bulb out. You take the bulb, you turn it. Okay, I just want to point that out to you. You saw the light bulb went on, right? What happens is, I'm going to disconnect it here. Be very careful not to drop the lens because it will break. Now, if you can come zoom in real close on this here. You see in here the little tiny contacts inside there? The reason that that bulb went back on is because the electrodes stick up like this, and there's a little wire that goes across the electrodes. When you take this bulb and you shake it a little bit, the wire that's broken right over here, it wiggles around, touches into it, and it welds itself back together. So chances are this bulb is going to work until we get the vehicle to cool down. Once it cools down, then that filament is going to pop off again and you'll have no brake light. So we're not taking a chance with it. So if it turns on while you're taking it apart, don't think that it's a bad socket here or whatever. It's the wire inside the filament here that's shaking around and touches and it works again. All right, so this one, we're not going to mix this one up. We're going to take it and put it on the side. But before we do that, on every light bulb, there's a number on the bulb right here. Make sure that the bulb that you took out is exactly the same number as the bulb that you're putting back in. I can't tell you how many times cars come into my shop, and what happens coming into the shop, I'll get a vehicle comes in, and they'll step on the brakes, and the front lights in the vehicle will light up, or something else will light up. The dashboard may light up. That's because you put the wrong light bulb in, and if you put the wrong bulb in, it actually causes power to feed back through a circuit that it doesn't need to feed back through. But just the point I'm making is make sure that the bulb is the exact same bulb that you took out so that we don't have a problem. All right, so this one is now trash, and this one we're going to put back in. Take our lens back off. We're going to take our socket, put the bulb in, and then now if you put the bulb in like this and it doesn't fit, don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. You can see that these little tabs on the side right here, one is low and one is high. Just take the light bulb, rotate it around, put it back in, turn it, push down, and turn it, and it locks in place. And now that bulb is set. We put it back into the housing here, and then we turn it. We turn it, actually this one here, if you're looking at it from the back, it's actually counterclockwise to lock it in place. But you should be able to figure that out. It shouldn't be a big deal. We're going to take these tabs now, line these tabs back up right here, put it on here like this, and you just push it in and it'll snap in place. Now you saw here I had to put this underneath here, and I'm going to show you why. You see on top right here, you see that little lip right up on there? It needs to fit into that groove on top. That's why I had to put it underneath the bottom like this and push it up. And that's it. Now, when you put these screws back in, you're not going to screw them in real tight. You're just going to screw them in loosely, because you need to catch both. Both of these screws have to be caught before you tighten them up. I'm going to put a second one in down the bottom here. Now you're not going to tighten these real tight. You're just going to snug them in place because they're going into a plastic housing. And if you put them in too tight, you're going to crack the housing. And then we're going to take our plastic little tabs that we took out. Remember, the slot was to the center of the vehicle. So we're going to take it, put it back inside here, push it in, and it locks back in. Same thing on the bottom right here. Put it into that groove, and we'll push it in, and it locks in place. All right? So don't always assume because you have one burned out light bulb or a bulb that's not working properly, whether it's the brake light or a parking light or whatever. Don't assume the worst and think that it's going to be an electrical problem or something like that. If everything else is working properly, then you know that it's most likely going to be a bad bulb or a bad socket. If you did have a bad socket, you'd have to get in here with a test light and go through the whole procedure, but we're not going to do that now because we know, as you can see, that it works properly. All right, so that's it. We're all set. This job is done and out the door. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.